This is my chocolate lab, Sadie, and she is going to help me tell you guys about how to stop a dog from whining. Thankfully, I don't have any whiners. We nipped that habit in the bud when our dogs were little, but I know a lot of pet owners that struggle with this issue. So the first tip I always give is to figure out why your dog's whining. There are a few different reasons why dogs whine. Usually it's for attention or begging. They might be whining out of boredom, excitement, stress, or your dog may be in pain or uncomfortable. So all of those things are really different reasons why a dog would whine, and so they all have very different methods that you would use to stop your dog from whining. Obviously, if your dog is in pain, you need to seek veterinary treatment. There's something wrong, and that's why he's whining, so you need to get that addressed immediately. That's a pretty simple one. A lot of times you can tell why your dog is whining by the different sounds. Your dog might have one whine that's kind of higher pitched and maybe longer drawn out when he's begging for food, and maybe short little whines that are for when he's in pain. So if you observe your dog, you may be able to figure out why they're whining, or if you just have a very vocal dog, some breeds are more vocal than others, you can listen to tell the difference between a whine that really means something's wrong or a whine that's just looking for some attention. Never punish your dog for whining. This is not something that he's doing necessarily wrong. This is their natural instinct. When they want something or they need something, they whine. So punishing could actually make it worse. It could promote fear in your dog or stress and anxiety, which in turn will lead to more whining. So never punish, because that's not going to get you the results that you want. Instead, figure out why they're whining and try to fix it. For example, pain, you would seek veterinary attention. If your dog's excited, go play with them. Burn some of that excess energy. If your dog is stressed or anxious, try to figure out what's causing the stress and remove the stressor, or help them deal with it. Maybe do some desensitizing work or things like that to try to help them cope with whatever it is that stresses them out. If your dog is whining for attention or begging, do not give in. Again, that's the worst thing that you can do, because you're rewarding the behavior of the begging. So if your dog's begging, say, for a piece of your pizza, a piece of whatever you're having for supper, and you rip off a little piece and feed it to him, he's gonna think that you heard him whine, you listened to his pleas for help, and you fed him. So that's actually, again, the opposite of what you want to be doing. So if your dog is whining because he wants some attention or he wants some food, make sure that you don't give him that. Redirect him instead. For example, if he wants attention, redirect him. Try playing with him and giving him something to do that might be solitary. So a chew toy, a bone, something like that. So he's getting some of his energy out, but you're not rewarding him with the attention that he's seeking. Same thing with begging. Redirect them, maybe play with them, do something, get them out of the kitchen or away from you and wherever they're begging. And then, if you want to give them a treat, do it later on when they're not whining and they're not expecting anything in return. Sometimes dogs do just whine. As I mentioned, some breeds are more vocal than others. So if your dog's just whining and there's no real rhyme or reason to it, it's just sort of their thing, the best thing that you can do is honestly to ignore it. And I know that's hard because it's very annoying and can get very frustrating. But if you ignore it and you don't play into it, or try to pay them extra attention because they're whining or anything like that, hopefully that behavior will go away. It's, for example, common in puppies to whine, but they sort of grow out of it. So you can always do that. If it's causing a major issue, you could work with a professional trainer. But chances are there's really no way to train a dog who just sort of whines every once in a while because they're a vocal dog. So the best thing to do in that case is ignore it, even though I know that's probably not the answer that you're looking for. If you guys have any other questions about dog whining, feel free to email me. Thanks for watching this video guide.